Hey friends, it's Sunday. Happy Mother's Day to people who are celebrating Mother's Day and happy day. Hope y'all are having a great day. My daughter and I have had a really nice day and we're having a pause so I could do this message. I'm wearing some necklaces she got me. And let me just tune in and see what I'm getting for us for the weekly Sunday message. Okay, so this is what I'm seeing. What they're showing me is like to really create a good future. You need to stay present in the now and really grounded in your own life and in your own body. Projecting worries into the ether, seeing like your mind is going to show you what you're afraid of, and then you're going to put it back out there. Um, a lot of people are doing this, and as best as you can, just try to stay in your practices and stay in your present, to not get carried away with fearful scenarios. Not only is it unhealthy for us, but it also seeds those possibilities even more strongly as soon as we pay attention to them and um, focus on them. Doesn't mean, again, to ever ignore like your current reality, but you can shift potential futures by staying present, by being loving, by, grounding through your breath, by your spiritual practices, by prayer, by praying for all of humanity. That's extremely powerful, even if no one can actually see it normally in this realm. It's a really, really powerful practice. Um, Healing, you can do healing to different parts of the world that are suffering. All of these are ways that we stay on the more elevated, easier timeline of more probability towards peace. Every conflict has a potential to be extreme, but every conflict also has a potential to be resolved peacefully. So that takes presence. For those of us, if we are far from a conflict, really the best thing to do is to remain grounded and present in your life and is to live out a loving life. Um, that doesn't mean to not take action if that's part of your soul's path or part of what you're doing on this planet. Um, but the main thing is to do it from like a place of grounded peace and action rather than fear and worry. Um, Really, it never ends well and it really doesn't help anyone. They're saying, how are you feeling? They would love each of us to get in touch with how we're feeling, truly feeling in the moment right now. Um, what's really going on with you, kind of uncovering each layer of your heart, to get into that like core center of love that's underneath all of that. Um, you were born as a soul, holy, sovereign being. Nothing you do can really blot that out. God, the divine, always sees us as the light that we are. And the only thing that takes us away from that is our own thoughts and our own misperceptions about who we are, about our true nature. Um, they're just showing me to like really get grounded and rooted in your own body and your own self, and then like reach up and pray, like reach out and for the angels or for God to come in and really help you. They hear all of our prayers. They're saying no prayer goes unanswered, just prayers are answered in ways that we might not expect. It's not really complicated. It's just like what we put out is returned to us. So it's just basically, it's like we're an even player in this field. So whatever we put out comes back. And they're saying there's ways to emit like more peaceful frequencies, more loving frequencies by truly grounding in the love that we are. That's interesting. Let's see what else. They are saying there's never a time when humans aren't being helped. So humans are always being helped. It's how much do we want to receive the help? How much do we believe we can be helped and assisted? And where we really want to go. There's a strong push in the collective. They're showing me two different things happening. There's like people really pushing towards peace and collective healing, and others that are still living in trauma and pushing more towards chaos. The more you stay in your peace and you work towards peace and you live a peaceful life, the more the peace prevails. Ultimately, we're already all living at a state of peace. Our souls are at a state of peace, but we've come down into the densest planet. To learn about the opposite of peace and to learn how to find peace and to learn through struggle. So even though it looks like there's two divisions of like chaos, peace, which one? Like ultimately our souls are already existing in a state of peace. Let's see what else. They're saying if you want, sorry, I'm just making sure I'm hearing everything right. If you want things to be okay, you need to be okay. Um, just means like embody that which you wish to see in the world. Like if you want the world to be peaceful, be peaceful. If you want the world to be loving, be loving. Joyful, if you want the world to be joyful yourself. It doesn't mean to live in denial. It means to embody that which you want. And each one of us are going to start seeing what we're putting out there. So it's not actually like we're going to be seeing different worlds, but kind of like the more you're living in a state of joy and peace and love, like you're going to notice those parts of the world more and help transform anything that's not that into that. But if you want to see the world as chaos and strife, and you're really into that vibration, which, is also existing, you're going to see that more. So it's going to match whatever you're emitting and whatever you're choosing to focus on. This is a really old law. This has always been happening, but it's getting really heightened. They're showing it's like going to be much more bright and like immediate. So just choose who you want to be and how you want to show up. Again, they're saying, like they said last week, it's not an admonition, it's an invitation, which I really like that. Let's see. And they're also saying heal yourself. So whatever you do to help yourself feel healed, be it hands-on healing, prayer, earthing, nature, bathing, whatever you do to help yourself be healed, do that for sure. Your healing is like infinitely valuable and important. Your own personal healing. Don't think it's selfish or don't think it's not worthwhile. It's extremely worthwhile. And it's just, they're showing me just how sacred it is for each of us to do our healing work. Let's see. They're saying if you have worries, please try to see past them into God's reality, which is always existing in a state of love. And that God or Creator also allowed humans to fall so far because of love. This was almost like a great experiment that humans wanted to partake in. And it was done with like great love that we would fall so far from the truth of God and of the Creator. But they're saying it's time to get back on track. The great experiment of darkness is ending, and where they're just showing me everybody stepping back onto the path of light and healing, love and oneness. And they're saying we can keep living out the nightmare as long as we want to, but we're getting to a point where maybe we don't want to do that anymore. Many of us don't want that. But some of us have just forgotten so much and been so like asleep that we don't even know we're living out a nightmare. And they're just saying it's time to wake up. It's time to wake up. So let's see what else. Then yeah, just wake yourself up through love. That's what I'm hearing through your practices, through loving one another and seeing past the illusion. Let's see if there's anything else. They're saying you can wake up from the dream and still enjoy life. They're pointing to me because I've done that. I really love being the fun parts of life. I am from New Orleans, as you guys know. So, but yeah, you can wake up and like know that it's a dream and still enjoy being in the dream. I think that's all they have to say. Let me see if there's anything else. Everyone, they're saying just go have a good Mother's Day for those who are in the US if you're celebrating it. And if you're also suffering, I'm sending you guys a lot of love. They're saying everyone is a mother. Everyone in different ways is a mother. And they're just kind of closing with these words like go be peace. Go be peace. So that's it. I think I love y'all. I hope that was helpful, interesting, useful. I never know where it's going to go. So go have a great day, and I'll see you guys, online other times. Oh, P.S. If I owe you messages, emails, like notes, tuning in, like I have been massively overwhelmed and also trying to be more balanced. I've been told if I don't rest, I'll be forced to rest. So I know I like owe people things. I want to like when I respond and like engage with people, I want to be like really present and deep. And sometimes I'm just like waiting till I can do that. And then it's like a month away. But I will be off of my school job in a couple weeks and I will have a lot more time for all of my things, hopefully, and also to rest. Anyway, y'all have a great day. And if I owe you an email, know that I'm thinking of you and I just sent you some love. Bye.